Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone 8 garden, and before we dive in, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a fellow gardening friend. Okay, we are outside on the back porch. A little warm today, it's going to be in the 90s. I haven't spent a lot of time outside in the backyard, and a lot of things have suffered. All those beautiful seedlings that I grew, I've lost probably 60% of them. I just couldn't handle it, couldn't do it. Feeling overwhelmed. I was feeling overwhelmed after I injured my back, and then I was feeling very overwhelmed after losing Buffy and having to come out in the backyard and her not be here. And then truthfully, marching season is kicking my butt. Where this is just a very busy time of the year if you have children. I've got 3 kids. I've got a almost 17-year-old junior. I've got a 15-year-old freshman, and I have an 11-year-old 6th grader. And the 2 oldest ones, the junior and the freshman, are in the marching band. And our marching band is highly competitive. We have a new director this year who we love, and they do a lot. It's a lot. And then having 2 high schoolers who take all advanced AP classes. They're both very intelligent kids. It's a lot of homework and a lot of work. And then my 2 boys, so my freshman and my youngest, they are both in Scouts, and we're very involved in Scouts. We do a lot of stuff with Scouts. And then my youngest, my 6th grader, is in competitive baseball. We're very, very busy family, and we do not get a lot of breaks. Anyway, feeling a little overwhelmed. It's been tough to get outside and do some work just because I feel tired. It is what it is. But today I woke up and I was like, I was able to take a deep breath. I felt good, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get outside in the backyard. It's going to be a little sad because there's no sweet puppy dog walking around checking on me every 5 to 10 minutes, but going outside I think will feel really good today. Now I do still have Rookie, my other dog. He is not an outside dog. He does not like to be outside. In fact, usually he just comes out to this porch and he does his business on this porch. He won't even go out into the yard. He is in there right now on an armchair with his blanket and what we call his baby puppy, which is a stuffed animal that he loves. So he's a great dog. But I need to get the few seedlings that have survived. I need to get them in the ground. So let me show you one area we're going to start with today. This is going to be my main goal over the next few days, is to get as many of these seedlings finally into the ground as I can. Okay, let's just do a scan of the garden. Truthfully, even though I've severely neglected it, it is pretty much going bonkers right now. It's the time of the year where the weather, the heat finally broke, so a lot of stuff is doing better. We are going to be focusing on this bed right here. And it had a whole bunch of snapdragons, which have succumbed to the heat. We've also got a bunch of dragon cress that I need to get rid of. This is green dragon cress. So we're going to pull that up. We're basically start with a clean slate. Now, I've got all this celosia. I am going to cut some of it back, but I am going to leave some of it up for the pollinators. The stuff I cut back, I think I'm going to maybe dry. I don't know. I might dry it and use it for a project later this winter. But I'm just going to start by just pulling everything out and cleaning it up. Now, we are going to be refreshing it with a series of Gladiator alliums that we're going to be tucking into here, which will be lovely. And then we are also going to be adding in, filling it right back in with all brand new Snapdragon seedlings. That should be ready to go next spring, because I really love having this area filled with Snapdragons in the spring. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So this garden, faces south and gets a lot of good sun. This bed gets sun until late afternoon, and then the willow tree this way casts shade on it. And I think I'm just going to start very simply by just pulling and tossing everything I don't want in here, which is everything. And this in and of itself feels pretty therapeutic, I think. There are a few like gladiolus bulbs in here. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and remove the fencing for now so it's easier for me to get in here. Now, this is the first time in a long time that my Snapdragons haven't survived through the summer. Typically, they make it through the summer. This year, we had just really intense spider mites, and they succumbed to that. And it's fine. I've been very lucky that they made it. They're not supposed to be making it, through my summers. I've been very lucky that they've lasted so long. And I'm also very lucky that I like to start new fresh seedlings. I do like seeing the root systems of the Snapdragons. They're very curly roots, which is interesting. All right, this celosia is self-seeded celosia that comes back every year, and it has definitely probably already reseeded itself from next year, but I'm going to pull some of these up. Sure are pretty. Let's see what we got going on. This is a big mama under here. Look at this plant. All right, then I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut some of these branches that are leaning really far. And the reason I'm cutting a lot of this back is because we are in October, which is a storm season for us. And this plant is so top heavy. It's totally in a break. And I would like to see it flourish a little longer before that happens. And I'd also like to provide a food source for pollinators a little longer. All right, so dramatic cutback. Now I got this one over here, and I like it. I think I'm going to put something here to prop this guy up. I'm looking around for stakes because I'm out of stakes everywhere. Okay, all right. So I get to chat a lot with my patrons, my Patreon community. It seems like a lot of them have been having a rough go of it right now too. Oh, I feel like I'm not the only one. Things are just busy and things are hard right now. And it's okay. It's okay that they're hard. It's just, sometimes we want a little bit of a reprieve, you know what I'm saying? I do love the color of this celosia. I will tell you, if you plant celosia, you're going to have it forever. Each of these blooms has hundreds of seeds in it, and they disperse themselves very easily. And you also saw me digging up that green dragon cress. If you plant that, you'll have it forever too. I haven't planted that in years and it still keeps coming back. But I kind of like the idea of like my Snapdragons. I usually try to limp them through the summer. Maybe I won't do that anymore. Maybe I'll just enjoy them in the spring. And then now this celosia, I mean, I just threw a bunch of blooms right there in a pile and that's going to spread seeds. Maybe I'll just let celosia take over during the summer. That'd be pretty nice. Beautiful, right? Love that color. All right, so next I'm just kind of running my hands through the soil, just kind of checking what I think about it, which I think it's really great. These beds have been here long enough that now they go all the way down through to the native soil. And it's just, they're in really good shape. We are going to be adding plant tone just to revamp these with a little bit more nutrients. And I'm going to put back in this very delicate, actually it's all breaking. Okay, I think that's done too. Let me break this gladiolus leaf. All right. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and add plant tone back in here. Okay, I had to move my phone because it overheated. Let me cut back some of these fronds real quick for y'all from the willow tree so you guys can see a little bit better. So try to nestle it in there for you all. Okay, next thing we're going to do is plant some allium bulbs first because they go deeper than the Snapdragons. So we want to put them in first, and they're deep enough that we won't disturb them with the Snapdragons. Now, my original idea is I wanted to spread them all out, but I think that I'm actually going to concentrate them in a quadrant of this because if these turn out well, which I think they will because I've had success with some allium in this bed, if they come out well, the next year I'd like to fill the other quadrants with allium bulbs. Now, these allium bulbs are from Longfield Gardens. I purchased them at Costco and they are gladiator alliums. And so they'll get about 40 inches tall, but we're going to plant them 6 inches deep. And I got 9 bulbs. I think it was either $12.99 or $14.99. And we're going to plant them over here. Nice, big, beautiful bulbs. So I'm going to go ahead and space them out. And they have a very, like a flat side, rough side that's for roots. And then they have a slight point that is the top. And they get 6 inches deep. So I just put them in that quadrant. And if they end up working out, then I'll put a whole bunch more in the following year. So my Hori Hori knife is 6 inches deep. Stab it into the earth. And then get that guy shoved down in there. Just like that. Super simple, super easy. I do think, like, I love bulbs because most of them, with the exception of like some tulips for me, are just plant and enjoy. But I do feel that they're tedious, especially if you're planting a bunch of them. And especially if your soil isn't soft. The soil in these raised beds is very soft. Gladiator allium is a striking ornamental onion that produces huge round clusters of lavender purple flowers 5 to 6 inches across. Tall stalks reach 3 to 4 feet tall, rising above the foliage, which often fades by bloom time. It grows best in full sun, well-draining soil, and is hardy in zones 4 through 9. Sweet, all done. Let's start laying out the Snapdragons. Okay, now I started all these Snapdragons from seed. I think back in like July, maybe. And I gave them a lot of them away to Kristen. and just kept a few for myself. I'm glad I at least kept a few for myself since I ended up losing most of mine. But I'll still have plenty. This is more than enough for me. Now I'll say these have been outside for a little while too. Hardening off these seedlings have, and some of them have spider mites. It's not real bad yet, but I'm not really worried about blooms right now. I really just want the plants to survive so that I have blooms for next spring. That's the goal. All right, that's a lot for maybe 20, 40 plants on each side, somewhere around there. So I'm just going to very simply go in and start planting these in. I'm not going to trim them back or stress about them or anything. They're actually pretty dry. Probably should have watered them last night before planting them. But I'll tell you about each variety as I'm planting. Ow. Okay, I hit my knee on the edge of the metal. And the pain was so bad. Felt sick to my stomach. So I had to go lay down for a few minutes. I feel better now, but oh my God, that would hurt. Just trying to take some deep breaths. Potomac lavender is a tall florist quality snapdragon with soft lavender blooms on strong, upright stems. Great for cut flower production, it grows 36 to 48 inches tall and performs best in full sun, hardy in zones 7 through 10, but grown as an annual in cooler zones. Madame Butterfly Cherry Bronze Snapdragon is a variety that features unique double azalea-type blooms in deep cherry red with bronze undertones. It grows 24 to 36 inches tall and adds rich color and texture to beds and bouquets. It's hardy in zones 7 through 10. Chantilly Light Salmon Snapdragon produces soft, open-faced blooms in a delicate peachy salmon shade. It grows 30 to 40 inches tall, thrives in cool season conditions, and has excellent stem strength for cutting, hardy in zones 7 through 10. Copper Queen Snapdragon is known for its glowing copper orange to rose gold tones and is a favorite for warm-toned flower arrangements. Plants reach 24 to 36 inches tall and bloom reliably in full sun, hardy in zones 7 through 10. Madame Butterfly Bronze Snapdragon features double blooms in a rich mix of bronze, apricot, and rosy hues with a romantic ruffled look. They grow 24 to 36 inches tall and performs best in cooler weather, hardy in zones 7 through 10. Costa Summer Lavender offers uniform, strong stems with soft lavender flowers bred for warm season production. They feature 28 to 36 inch long stems and perform well in both garden and greenhouse settings, hardy in zones 7 through 10. My neighbor is out washing his car, and he's got oldies from the 50s and 60s on. Reminds me of my family, my parents. I grew up on 50s and 60s music. Love it. Madame Butterfly Bronze with White Snapdragon is a bicolor variety that produces soft bronze tones with creamy white petals in full ruffled blooms. It stands 24 to 36 inches tall and brings a delicate yet warm tone to cut arrangements, hardy in zones 7 through 10. Chantilly White has elegant, open-faced white flowers on long stems, ideal for airy, romantic bouquets. It grows 36 to 40 inches tall, thrives in cool temps, and is well-suited for early spring planting, hardy in zones 7 through 10. Madame Butterfly Ivory produces creamy double ivory blooms with a soft vintage look. It reaches 24 to 36 inches tall and adds lush texture to both garden beds and cut flower displays, hardy in zones 7 through 10. Okay, and even though this is set up to drip irrigation, we still need to go in and water these in nice and deep. And my drip irrigation is set to go off about every 3 days, you know? So I will need to come in and water these just the next few days to really help them adjust. Okay, well, that's fun. My knee doesn't even hurt now, but it just, the way that it hit like a funny bone. Oh, it did not feel good. Whew. Okay, so feeling good. That's one of the things I need to start doing. I just need to take little projects at a time, one bed at a time, and start working through them for the spring. I think is super important. Just going through, seeing what's working. I think on the next bed, I'm going to try to disperse a bunch of the sunflower seeds that are already there into the bed in hopes that they'll come up in the spring. That would be great. I've also got some bergamot that's had really bad spider mites, so we might try to deal with that too. So anyway, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. There's going to be several more videos of me just getting out and prepping for spring, prepping for spring, prepping for spring. And if I do a lot of work for spring now, it'll be a lot easier in the spring, and I'll have a lot of flowers earlier on. So I'm really looking forward to that. As always, make sure you like and comment on the video. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow the video and my channel so much. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video and you say hi. And be sure to check me out in my Patreon community. The link is in the video description below. It is all things She's a Mad Gardener, all things gardening. It's just a tight-knit group of people that we just like to talk about gardening, and we talk about gardening on a daily basis and how what's going on in our gardens, how it's affecting our lives and things like that. We do lives, we do exclusive videos for Bloom Buddies, we have group chats, we share photos. It's a real good time, so be sure to check that out if you're interested. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.